Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Hey. For another episode. No, I'm just kidding. But thank you guys for coming back to check out another episode with me, Key Marie. So guys, today we're gonna have a story time. And our story time is gonna be juicy. So I like to call this episode Story Time and Wine. So every week on my channel, you guys can tune in on Wednesdays to find an episode of Story Time and Wine. And why is it called Story Time and Wine, you ask? Well, because we're gonna have a story and some wine. How fitting for me. So bomb. Today we are having Chardonnay. All right, so story time and wine. So today our story time is gonna be based around me, of course. No, I'm just kidding. But yes, me. And a time when I got catfished. I know. Bring down the music. Sad, dreary. Really sad music. Let's play that. You feel it? Okay. So, I got catfished once by someone who I really, really liked. Alright, so I'm going to play it back for you guys. This was several years ago. I was younger, a lot younger. And I just so happened to meet this person on the internet, right? We clicked, we vibed, it was good. It was good, right? At first I was like, okay, this person could be a catfish. Why? Because I had never seen this person or talked to this person. All I saw, of course, were pictures on the profile online. So anyways, so yeah, so I was like, this person could be a catfish, right? But I really like this person. So I was like, oh, like, it's good conversation, nothing too serious or anything like that. So I was just like, let's just go with it, right? So we were talking, and then I forget who said like to call who or exchange numbers, you know. So we did. Talk to this person on the phone. I'm like, okay, so this person is who they assume, you know, present themselves to be to me. So I was just like, okay, cool. I was enjoying the person's conversation. We had a lot in common, actually. Very interesting about this person. So they grew up in Miami, like myself. Well, like Florida, areas in Florida. This is what they told me, by the way. So, grew up in Florida, things like that. We had a lot in common. This person said that they were Puerto Rican. You know, I'm Cuban and Black. So I was like, okay, you know. I usually don't date Hispanic people, but I don't know why. There's not a real reason why. Like, I don't have a preference not to. I just never met anyone that I liked that much who was of, like Hispanic or Latin culture like myself. So when I met this person, I was very smitten. I was taken back. I was like, oh, okay, so this is what it's like. But baby, no, that's not what it's like. Anyway, so we had a good conversation. We would talk on the phone all the time. We would text all day long. So then it came to the point where I was just kind of like, hey, we should like video chat, you know? And then they would say, oh, my phone's broken. Oh, I'm too busy. I'm working. Another thing to know about this person was they came from money. So that's what they would tell me, like, you know, that they had family who was high profile, right? So I didn't mind it, right? I was just kind of like, oh, high profile, okay. You know, that doesn't bother me. Like that, I'm not the type of person to be like, oh, you got money? Ooh, okay. You know, I'm just not that kind of girl. I'm more the type of girl who's like, oh, you got money, I got money too. I got my own money. So I wasn't really too like worried about it or anything like that. So every time when they would be like, oh, I can't, or I'm busy, part of me was like, okay, they might really be busy, right? They have like a family who is, you know, pretty prestigious. But then other parts of me are like, you got money, you got an iPhone, you could FaceTime or Skype, or, you know, whatever. It doesn't matter. So I was just kind of like, this is weird, but okay, we're going to rock with it. We're going to roll with it, right? So then I started to get suspicious, and I'm like, okay. At this point too, the person, they weren't sending me like pictures or anything like that anymore. So I was just kind of like, no pictures, no FaceTime, or no Skype. I keep saying FaceTime because iPhone now. But nothing like as far as video chatting. So I was like, this is weird. This is quite interesting. The other fun fact of this is that my best friend at the time was talking to this person's best friend, right? So I was just kind of like, oh, okay. You know, they got to be real, right? Because your best friend's talking to my best friend and I'm talking to you. And I was all like, oh, that's so cute. Best friends talking to each other. No, it ain't that damn cute. Anyways, so I was just kind of like, okay, we're talking to friends. This person must be real and they must just be super busy. So I would talk to my best friend about it. Like, hey, have you, video chatted with such and such? And she would be like, no, never. I never video chatted with them. So I was just like, okay, that's kind of weird. You never video chatted with them. Maybe they're just very busy people. You know, you got guys who just be busy, right? Or girls that just be busy. Don't matter. But so I was just thinking that. I was just like, okay, maybe they're just very busy all the time, right? No. Well, no, now I know the answer was no, but back then I had no idea. Y'all don't even understand how much I like this person. So like, we would talk all day. They would like just always be there for me whenever I was going through something. And so I feel like because that consistent piece was there, like you're always there to like be there for me and this, that, and the other, right? So I was like, okay, this makes me feel comfortable to feel like this person is a real person. So then that's 2 red flags, right? So no FaceTime or Snapchat. I mean, we've got that. We didn't have Snapchat back then. No FaceTime, no Skype, no none of that stuff, right? So I never really, and then also no pictures really, you know? But the third thing that stood out to me was, okay, so every time we would all decide like, hey, we need to get together and meet up. It would be like, we would plan it all out. And then all of a sudden it would be like, something happened. We can't go. But it's always something very dramatic.
I just got news that my aunt died in the Joplin tornado.
And so I was just like, every time something happens, or every time I want to see you, or my friend wants to see, the person, your best friend, every time we all want to link up, we can't, right? So I just thought to myself, like, that's weird. Why, right? So at the time, I didn't think too much into it. Let me tell you all when it started to get interesting. It started to get interesting when we had all planned a trip, paid for the trip, and then all of a sudden something happened. We were able to get our money back, so that was okay, right? Y'all, come to find out, I don't even know how we discovered this, but we discovered that we were being catfished by the same person. Y'all want to know what's crazy is I remember being with my best friend and her being on the phone and me hearing the person's voice and me saying like, wow, that sounds like such and such. They're so close that their voices sound similar. You a whole fool. I was a fool. I was in love. I thought I was in love. I was a kid, right? I was in love. I was feeling good. They made me feel special. I was stupid. Very stupid. But so when we found this out, we were like, oh, of course, that's why they have the same voice. Duh. It's because it's the same person. Right. So many years later, not many years, I'm being dramatic. I told y'all I'm a little dramatic sometimes. Not many years later, but let's just say a year later. So this time I'm still young, but a year later, I found out who the catfish was. Ironically enough, so my best friend had been talking to this person first. And then I saw a picture of their best friend. And I was like, oh my God, how, attractive. So then the person was like, oh, I'm gonna hook y'all two up. You gonna hook us up? You hooking me up with you? So I'm gonna hook y'all up, right? So I'm like not thinking anything of it. I'm just like, oh, that's cute. You want to hook me up with your best friend and you're talking to my best friend. Makes sense, right? When you're a kid, you don't think about it. So I was excited. I was like, yes, girl. Snap, snap, snap. So I was like super excited. So then when I found out that the catfish was the same person, but then I found out that I was actually talking to the real person. And so the things that they would tell me was actually real about themselves. So like they came from money, they grew up in Florida, and the nationality was wrong. It wasn't just Puerto Rican. They were Puerto Rican and Italian. The way that they looked was the way that the picture I saw of the person. I was so hurt. I think I cried for maybe like 2 weeks straight. I was so sad because I literally started to plan things with this person, and when you break trust that big in that type of way, it's really hard to just get over it and not be affected by it, right? So I was very affected by it. I remember just being very sad and upset, and my best friend she was hurt too because they had been talking for a couple years. I know, it's deep. It's deep. Let me take a sip of this wine, y'all, because I ain't sipped it since we've been on here. So it got deep. It got real. It got real. And I was hurt. And so when I found out, and it came clean, the crazy part was, y'all, this person was catfishing everybody on the internet. There was a whole hashtag for this person. I was just kind of like, dang, you were catfishing all these people. And the stories they made up were not real. The person who my best friend thought she was talking to, that person was a real person, but that person didn't know her. It was a person that they had, the person who was catfishing knew from school or something like that. And they were using their pictures. I mean, when I tell y'all, I feel like I was hurt. She was hurt. And then when she got over it, I was still hurt. I was so hurt. And I was just like, dang, the part that hurt me the most was that this person was real. And everything most of the things that they told me was real. So I feel like we actually did connect, but then they ruined it. You know what I mean? You can't come back from that. So I say that to say this. Don't get on social media dating. Don't be up in the DMs. Don't you be sliding up in the DMs. Don't y'all be shooting y'all shots sometimes. You got to make sure that person's a real person. So if you never see any videos on their page of them talking and it don't look like it was recorded by somebody else, or you don't follow them on Snapchat and they're posting stuff time stamped right then and there, it's not real. But even though nowadays it's so easy to pretend like you're someone else, so it's really hard to date. So I feel for people who are dating on social media and trying to find that person on social media, because you never know who's being genuine and who's like actually themselves. So I would tell y'all to find love the old-fashioned way, right? Like, go to parties, go to dinner, go to the grocery store, go wash your car. Like, find a guy or a gal out there who is just doing normal things that you can see physically, you can touch, you know, like physically. So that way you know that they're real, because like I said, the social media world, you can be anybody you want to be. And that's the scary part of it. And when you're vulnerable with your heart, it's easy to fall subject to stuff like that. And that's how I feel at that time. I had just gotten out of something, so I was very vulnerable. And it was something that was toxic for me. So I was just like really open to loving someone, and this person and I had so much in common. So it was like an instant connection, right? And we just kind of clicked. So I saw red flags, but I tried to overlook the red flags. So yeah, I just would tell people, like, girl, guy, if that person is not like physically in front of you, or they don't make trips to see you, listen, because I'm not like a big person who's against like long distance relationships. I think if you can do long distance, that's beautiful. I have a friend who did long distance for a long time with her girlfriend, and I thought that's beautiful, right? Because love conquers all. And if you're dedicated to a person, doesn't matter if they're sitting next to you or if they are 2,000 miles away, because it depends on you. So I say that to say, just if you guys are going to date on the internet and you want to be on the internet finding someone or shooting your shot in the DMs.
Final seconds. Bryant for the win. Bang!
Because I know that's how y'all be. Y'all be up in them DMs. But if you want to shoot your shot in the DMs and stuff like that, you should definitely just make sure that that person's real. And so it's like, okay, are you real? Let's FaceTime. Okay, are you real? Let's meet. Like, let's meet halfway. Let me fly there, or you fly here, or both, you know, to make sure that that person's a real person. So being catfished was terrible, y'all. My little heart was so broken. It was shattered. Like, just destroyed. I was distraught as a girl, a younger girl. But it was a good life lesson. I'll tell you that. I learned a lot. And after that, I did not date on the internet. I still just cringe at the thought of all that kind of stuff, because like I said, people, you can be whoever you want to be on the internet. You could be who you want to be. But yeah, so it was crazy. But y'all, I was like, let me tell them about my time when I got catfished, because it got real. My heart was... Let me take a sip of this one, because that's how my heart was. Just... But yeah, so that's my story time, guys. Let me know in the comments below if any of y'all have ever been catfished before, or if you ever catfished before, because I know some of y'all out there have been catfished and catfishes. Am I saying that right? Yeah. You've catfished people and you've done catfish somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Or didn't catfish you. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. It's been y'all out there. Y'all. Both. Everybody. So yeah. Y'all have to let me know in the comments below if you've been catfished, if you done a catfishing, what's going on. Also, let me know what type of story times y'all would like to know about me. If it's just like a story about my life, if it's a story about something else, let me know also in the comments below. Or you guys can let me know on my social media, which I'm going to have tagged in the description box below, also at the end of this video. So if you guys want to follow me on social media, you can. Follow me on social media is a great way to stay connected with me, because I try to be like very vocal on there. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to elevate all the ladies and the gents who are part of this family, La Familia. I love you guys so much. Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, to like this video. Hey. No, I'm just kidding. But don't forget to like this video, give it a thumbs up, guys. And when you subscribe to my channel, click that little notification bell. So that way you guys know whenever I post something. So you're not behind and then trying to catch up. You know, stay ready so you don't got to get ready. You know what I'm saying? And I just want y'all to know that I love you guys so much. You are beautiful. You are handsome. You are awesome. You are blessed and favored. And I am just happy that you guys are on this journey. All my subscribers, they're growing as the days pass, and I just love seeing it. I'm so excited for all the new subscribers. You guys, like, we rocking together. You know, whenever I like decide that I want to do something even bigger with YouTube, or it just grows to that, I will always remember the people who started with me, and that's you guys right here. So guys, that's the end of this video, y'all. Y'all like my bun? I meant to ask y'all that. Girl, I need to wash my hair, which I'm going to do. Probably some sort of hair tutorial whenever I do it curly, because it's about to be curly. Hopefully y'all like my curly hair. Some people love it, so hopefully y'all will love it too. But that's it, guys. That's it. I'm so annoying. So make sure you guys keep your heads up high and that you guys spread positivity and light to every person that you come in contact with this week. And until next time, guys, bye guys.